unsurpassed, profound and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of aeons. I now see and hear it, receive and uphold it, and I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning.
Thank you, class. Alright, today the subtitle of this topic actually is I am very, very cheated by the world. Okay? So, remember this one we were talking about when we were young, we were very much bullied because anger associated very much with inferior people. Alright? So, we are very much bullied either by parents, siblings, or maybe even sometimes neighbors, or we were too poor, and then we were actually being looked down, So that's why we have this past hurt inside us. Alright, it's actually, these are what we call the dark memories that is embedded inside. That's why we become very angry. A lot of times, a little bit unfair, we feel very angry. And we keep looking out for what? For recognition. Because we feel small because of the hurt. So what we do is that we keep wanting recognition and respect from the people around us because of the past hurt. So, especially when we are being taken for granted, okay? When we are not respected, when we are not acknowledged, when we are being ignored, nobody cares, refused, or being disagreed by others, not following our ways, don't listen to me, and being disregarded, not attended properly, we get angry. Okay, usually that is the case. We tend to get angry because we feel we are being mistreated. All the past hurt will come out. Okay, so a lot of times we say, don't get angry, we have to stay low profile, stay humble, don't be so aggressive, don't get angry, don't be so easily agitated. So a lot of people will tell us things like that. But when we try not to get angry, we tend to feel very suppressed, very uncomfortable, and we still feel very small. Because why? Because behind the view is we still want our ego to be big. Because all this while when we were bullied, when we were young, our I was being threatened. So now we want our I to grow back. We want to protect the I. We want to exaggerate the I and promote the I so that everybody see me. Okay? So because of this, when we are asked to not to, that means stay humble, don't get angry, we tend to feel very uncomfortable. Okay, so in order to boost our I, because we didn't know actually behind is the ego playing tricks. So we tend to boost the I. Usually we do two things. Okay, number one, we get angry. Why? Because when we are angry, our I grow very big, then people start to see us and people are scared of us. The 3F, very fierce, by force, and cause fear. The 3F. Okay? So this anger actually can blow our eye very big temporarily. But at least I boosted my ego. You listen. You don't come and bully me. Okay? In fact, I interviewed many. I asked them, why do you want to get angry? They say, because I don't want to be bullied. It's the self-defense mechanism. Okay, so get angry first, right? So that's why this is one of the way we blow up the ego in order to protect ourselves. Okay, number two, beside getting angry to show our I is very big so that people don't bully me and people respect me, we also do another thing because this is what the whole world is doing, chasing after success in life. Okay, we chase after success. We climb the ladder, the social ladder, so that everybody see us. So when we are up there, high on the ladder, everybody is below us. So everybody start to see us. That's why the whole world is chasing after all the social status. So that people start to respect me and not bully me. You get me not? I'm sure you heard before, even TV also you watch. Small kid, when they were being bullied when they were young, so what they say? I am going to be rich next time. I will work very hard. See how you all dare to bully me or not? See you all dare to look down on me or not? Correct or not? So a lot like that. You see movie also like that. So it's very true. So when we were young, we were being oppressed. What we do is that we vow we want to be successful in life. Okay? So this is worldly world. This is samsara. Okay? So then because of this, you look at the whole world, our mind are occupied by these two only. We're very angry and we are very aggressive. Because we want everybody to see us. Okay? Not because we are very proud originally, It was because of all our past hurt. We were hurt before. Okay? We don't want people to look down on us. Okay? So we thought like that, angry and become top of the world, we will be very happy by then. Right? Because nobody dare to bully me and I am well respected. I am recognized. Okay? So everybody is doing this. You look around your friends, your siblings, your relatives, your colleagues, your bosses, whoever you know. Okay? So everybody is chasing this. So, okay, in order not to be angry, because angry very tiresome, right? And other than angry, a lot of times I'm free, right? So what I do, I will chase after success. Because the moment I climb the social ladder, I don't have to be angry anymore. Because I will be well respected by then, right? So most of the time, we will do this. In order not to get angry, I try to become successful. Okay? However, what happened now? Are successful people not angry anymore? Worse. Okay, so yes, this is the trap. Okay? This is the trap. We thought the bigger the I, the better. Okay? We thought. Because we didn't know. Everybody seems to be saying that. And we thought this is right. Okay? So I will tell you what the Buddha said later. So, in this world, there are two types of people only. Number one, this is the type of people, the 98%. The 98% of people who are not so successful. As far as they are concerned, they are not successful. They are still chasing. They are still in pursuit. Right? So this 98%, they are maybe mediocre, like me, like many of us here, not too poor, not rich, we are still chasing, right? Or weak in social status. Maybe some out there, the poor ones, low income group, uneducated, no big car, no big house, some no family, no career. All these are considered the 98% group. Okay? And this 98% group, they think inside their mind, they are not successful, they are still chasing. So what do they do? Usually, they get even more angry. Why? Because this is the guy, the ego. Okay? Past hurt is attacking from behind. I feel very small. And yet, because the whole world say we have to be successful, then only we consider worthy. But we ourselves think that we are not successful, no? Okay? The 98%. So the world expectation on us also pressure us. For example, we're being looked down because we are not as good as colleagues, friends, or maybe my wife, my husband don't look up to me because I think she think or he think I'm not good enough compared to others. And then my parents' expectation, my parents tend to say somebody is better, not me, things like that. So all these are the worldly values, right? The stress and pressure from worldly values. So this guy become angry, don't know how many times, right? The 98%. That's why you see a lot of people quite hot-tempered, short-tempered. So then there's another 2%. These 2% are the successful people, so-called successful, and they think they are successful also, which I think the whole world also think they are successful, means people are very rich. Okay? So I want to explore what happened to these 2%. Then some of you will ask, yeah, of course we talk about the 98%, me and you here lah. Why we want to talk about the 2%, very rich and famous people? Don't have to know them. No, these 2% very important because they are our icons. You know why? Because we spend our whole life chasing, try to be the 2%. The 98% is trying very hard the whole life to be the 2%. So that's why we diagnose the 2%. Is this what we want? When we realize what is inside the 2%, maybe we become more sober. We become more sober. We don't chase anymore. Because the 98% are dying to be the 2%, no. Okay, that's why we go and look inside, what is this 2%? Okay? And you don't have to go very far. You do OCMI. You check and see. The 2% very rich and famous people, are they still not angry, and are they already very happy? And they most of the time, they are not. Okay? Why? So now we want to diagnose this one. So that everybody start to be sober, come back to our senses. Why do we waste a whole life of effort and resources just to be like them? And yet, at the end of the day, it was a myth. It was a big lie. Okay? These 2%, usually they are not very happy because of two reasons. The two M's. Number one, because they have to maintain what they have already got. Okay? This is also the two P's, protecting the ego. They have to keep protecting the ego because they've already reached certain status. Okay? Whatever the status we already enjoy, in order to maintain, is it easy? Even we ourselves also can feel. Sometimes it's not easy because there are so many impermanence and non-self. Right? So whatever you have suddenly, overnight, you can just vanish like that. Our wealth, our loved ones, our relationship. You know? So in order to maintain, it's not easy already. Number two, because of the second M, more. Because behind this 100%, we are still thinking of the same view, you know. The I must be big. Ego must be big. Right? So what they do is, after that, they will chase for more. More is to exaggerate, promoting the I, the ego. The second P. Okay? The 2M and the 2P. Easy to remember. You want to maintain and you want more. Okay. Why people become very greedy and more? Because we think that exaggerating and promoting the ego will make me even better. Okay, will make me even more respected, more recognition. Why do we want that? Okay, I show you one chart. Okay, this is a pyramid. So, the 98% is at the bottom, 98%. Right? And this 98%, like all of us, want to promote our I bigger so that we thought like that, we are happier and we don't have to get angry. Right? And this 98%, we don't want to be there because there are so many 98%. And this 98% won't respect me because we are same level. So we go to maybe slightly higher, 50%. Okay? We try to go to 50%. So at this 50%, okay, we are very high already compared to the 98%. Right? So we thought we are happier. But the 50%, the 98% people will respect you. But when we reach 50%, we tend to mix with people in the 50%. Correct or not? The 98% people don't like to mix with 50% one. Right? So the 50% will mix with all the 50% friends or people or whoever. And with the 50%, we start to feel the pressure again because everybody's same again. So you don't respect me anymore. I don't get that kind of recognition because all of us behind, the view is ego has to be bigger. Okay, so then we go to 25%. We chase again. We go up the social ladder. We become 25%. Again, same thing. At 25%, all the friends in the 50% would drop. They won't mix with us because they also feel uncomfortable because ego is at work. Right? The 50% will go off and then we start to enter the 25% friends. Right? Then after that, again, we don't see the recognition anymore because everybody, you also same, I also same. So I want to be the 10%. 10% not bad already, but still not happy because other 10% are looking at me and showing me black face. So I want to be the 2%. Okay? So we chase. That's why our whole life are chasing. Okay, by the end of the 2%, we are there already. Supposed to be very happy, right? Only 2%, right? So then, when we come to the 2%, the rich and famous, suddenly the two biggest enemy of ego strike us. Sickness and death. Suddenly, I wasted my whole life chasing after all these material, wealth, social status. And then at the end, standing next door is death, Hey, what is the meaning? That's why a lot of very high-ranking profile people, they will ask themselves at the end of the day, why am I here? Why am I here? Who can fight old age, sickness, and death? So you realize your whole life chasing, you want to be higher, higher, and higher. At the end of the day, even when you're so high, you cannot run away from death, from old age, from sickness. Which when these three strike us, all our ego gone. Okay, we go back to zero. So what is this game? So that's why everybody start to think, is this pursuit, the chasing of the 2%, is this what we actually want? Okay, never mind. We go into one by one, so that to imprint this concept onto you. Okay, we go by these 5 items. I just picked the 5 most interesting items, which is affecting us most of the time. Okay, and you think of these 2% of all these 5 items. Number 1, wealth. Definitely is everybody crazy over one is wealth. Money, money, and money. In order for the money, we suffer because we need to maintain and we need to promote. Okay, we need more, these 2M. Alright, for the money, in order to maintain, it's not easy. The Buddha already said in the Sutta, he said, there are 5 things when you are rich, you have to be careful. That's why you have a lot of fear behind, beside anger. So number 1, the Buddha said, robbers. You tend to attract robbers when you're rich. And these are the people who will try to steal the money away. So with the technology today, beside robbers, we have scam, money game, and they will go after all the rich people. Even I rob or I kidnap. I kidnap who? You don't kidnap you and me, Kidnap the rich ones, right? So you attract this type of people. Okay? Number 2, the Buddha said, disaster. The more rich you are, the more things that you tend to lose. You look at America now. The what? Irma, then Maria. You look at the houses. Just overnight, everything swiped off. Okay? So it's a disaster. It's very difficult to maintain because of this. Right? And then number 3, tax and government. Government go after who? Not you and me. Now, things become so complicated. Not only government, no. Legal cases. You look at Michael Jackson. Why so many people like to sue him? Because he has money. Imagine if Michael Jackson is broke. You think got lawsuit for him? No, because he has the money. So I will try to sue him for his wealth. You see, so you will tend to attract things like that because of the money. Okay? And number 4, this one a bit sad descendant. Descendant. So when you're very rich, you tend to not maintain your wealth because your descendant will spend it all. I mean, those Chinese saying 百家仔, tend to come out from very rich family. I myself see before, not only descendants, the relative and the people around us. Sometimes when we become rich, our wife or our husband change one. Suddenly our sibling, long time never talk to each other, suddenly all come running to you. Serious, I have clients like that. They say you tend to hear things or see things you're not supposed to. Last time don't have, suddenly now a lot. Okay? The last one, the Buddha said, world condition. You tend to have to maintain economic downfall, world economic downfall. Our ringgit today dropped 25% over 1 year. You have little money, you don't feel. Those a lot of money, 125% is a lot. Okay? So ringgit drop, world economy no good, a lot of competition. Not only that, now again technology. With the online businesses and all the new technology coming up, the whole platform of doing business it will change. This one will affect all of us. The only way to get out of this is one thing only. You better step back and reposition. If you don't step back and reposition, this coming 10-15 years is going to hit us very, very badly because of the change of what is happening now. Okay? So that's why you see so vulnerable. So all our wealth can just go off like that in order to maintain. Okay, this is what the Buddha said. Alright? And then what about more for money? More, you cannot stop one, Like for example, a lot of my clients in the businesses, I say you slow down. They say they just cannot. They give a lot of excuses because when they stop, the competitors will come in, and the client will go away, and all this fear make them keep pursuing. I remember one time I was having this conversation with my client. So they were doing very well. That was more than 10 years ago. The sales was like 15 million, 15. 10 years ago was quite big already. So I said, very good. Then the 2 directors were talking, next year what is the target? So they want to target 18 million. So they were arguing whether they can hit or not. So then I say, okay, I give you one criteria. Sure you cannot hit one. Then they say, 20. 25. I say, no, 13. 13. They don't want to talk to me already. Immediately, the 2 of them very united, say they can hit 18. 18. I asked them to do 13. They said cannot. You see, when you go, the ego will tell you, this is absurd. Until like that, You see? So that's why you look at the world economy, they are talking about GDP plus something, every year, GDP is something like sales. You must increase your sales every year, friend. Cannot rest one. Those who are in sales, you look at your target. Never, boss said, good. Next year, maybe relax a bit. -10 can. Got not? Put up your hand. Under 10%, 15, Wow, every year, I'm talking about every year. So tiring. That's why we want more. You look at the businesses, after they're doing very well, the next thing sure branches on. Then I will think of franchising. Wow, I say not tired you. Then after that, all the money swindled away by their employees. Because you open big already. You think so easy to control? I see with my eyes so many cases like that. Okay? So that's why it's really sad. Right? We thought we can. So never think all the 2% is very happy. Okay. Number 2, power. power and status. For example, businessmen, politicians. Yeah, they are very high at the 2%. Okay? It's not easy. For power, of course, the politicians. For status, like the businessmen. Let's say we are working, even on the career ladder, climbing the corporate ladder. When you are high there, you have to maintain your status and your power, being a CEO, being a CFO, being a manager, being a whoever lah. You think easy. Everybody is actually always trying to target you, because the position so few already. So you are always very threatened one. The moment when you want to maintain this kind of competition, imagine your anger, your unhappiness, you have to guard, your worry, your fear. And then the change of conditioning can just come in anytime. Okay? Then number 3, external beauty. This one, film star, ladies, in order to maintain, to be always at 50 kg. To maintain your weight, maintain your figure, wow, you got so much work to do, right? And then your looks, to maintain, you need plastic surgery, you always need to go do facial, things like that. Someone want more beautiful, plastic surgery, more and more. And then you see these people, they do plastic surgery, addictive one, no? They do one time, then after that, they do many times. Because the addiction of beauty, nicer. Wow, this one is an addiction, no? Then after that, they want to go and do more and more. I know people who do 30, 40 times of plastic surgery on the same area. So in order to maintain, to become more beautiful is so difficult. And then to maintain to be beautiful among the competition, and it's not easy also, because you must know there's old age. Look at the film star. Right? That's why I always tell this story, If you marry somebody who like your beauty, difficult. You know why? Because, let's say my husband liked me because I was beautiful, which is not true lah. Let's say I'm 18, okay? My husband chased after me. So 22, I marry, right? So 28, I give birth. Correct not? Okay? Then, I can be 48. I can be 58. I can be 68. But 18, girls at the age of 18 or 22 is a constant. Correct or not? It's always there one. Girls at the age of 18 and 20, always out there. A lot of girls 18 years old, 22 years old one. But we become 38, 48, 68. And if the husband like young and beautiful things, what happen? Die lah. I sure stressed what? Because I know my husband married me because I was beautiful. That's why beauty cannot hold. So maybe by 28 onwards, you better build your character already. Or else nothing to attract the man. Correct or not? So you have to maintain, you have to be more beautiful. It's so difficult because of impermanence and non-self. Correct? You women, you know. Okay. And then number 4, ability. This 2% of the ability you have to maintain. So if you are very capable, very successful, very good, very efficient and effective, when people praise you, you look, we are already being placed on a pedestal. You have to maintain, I'm capable. I can handle. I'm good. I'm efficient. This one very tiring, And when you're challenged, you become very aggressive. Right? Especially in office environment, if somebody is better than us, we have to prove again. So maybe the project people can do in 30 days, you have to do in 20 days. And people pat your shoulder, 15 days also can, you also say yes. Have too long. How? Competition you see? So maintain that the image, you are very efficient, very capable. Also very difficult. And in order to promote more, to let people see that I'm more, so overtime. Overtime, and you work over weekend. And you work and work and work, and you forgot about everything because you want to maintain and promote your I in the area of ability. That's why a lot of working people like us, we tend to forget about the family after that. Okay? Over weekend, how many of us really sit down and face-to-face talk to our children? No time. Someone need to rest, recuperate. Monday will start again. Start the war again in office. Correct? So this one is very... Okay, finally, number 5. Happy family. Aiyo, this one was very difficult. In order to maintain a very happy family, we tend to want to everybody intact. Of course, to maintain the harmonious atmosphere in the family, fulfilling all the expectation, is it easier? It's not easy. Because you tend to have people in the family do not cooperate with us. You have disagreement. Sometimes you have accidents, like you lost somebody. So a lot of times, in order to maintain a very harmonious, united family is a very big challenge, right? So all these 5 areas we chase after our whole life in order to be the 2%. Okay? So whatever it is, even though all these you have got it at the 2%, you will realize you are still not happy. You are still not happy and you tend to get angry easily. Because the entire view behind is wrong. We thought the bigger the ego, the better it is. All these are promoting ego. And the whole world is telling us that. We didn't know any other way until the Buddha comes. Until we understand the true meaning of the Tathagatas. Okay? So we wasted so much time and effort to get these 5. Right? If we don't get it, we got angry. When we get it, we maintain it, we so fear of losing it. And when we lose it, we get angry again. And when we got it, maintain it, we will still have to promote it and do it more. Because we thought the more, the better. Very tired. Talk also so tired already. We're so tired, and that's why you look at everybody around us, we are all sulking most of the time. We don't smile anymore. Right? And then that's why you get all the broken relationship. Then sickness. Then depression. Everywhere. Including the children now. Because we thought this is right. Why like that? Because we are so very cheated by ego. We thought ego big is good. And our ego keep feeding us this, Okay, because we are too outward. We are looking outside. We didn't know the culprit is actually inside. Not only we are cheated by our own ego, we are cheated by the ego of others. Because others are also doing the same. You don't fight for that position, he fight already. If he doesn't fight, you don't fight. But the moment he fight, you also want to fight. Correct? Because his ego is lying to him. So he go and fight. And you are lied by his ego as well. And you also have ego also. So all of us go and fight. Right? So that's why we are cheating each other. Okay, you listen to what the Buddha said later. Okay, the secret is we are still unhappy and angry the moment we still think the ego is very important. Promoting and maintaining the ego is still very important. The moment you have this view, you can never be happy. I don't care which level you are. Okay, but we are so ignorant. We thought the 2% is everything. Because last time I asked my friend, I say, I tell you you're so unhappy, you cannot smile. I tell you, you go and learn the Dharma, you will be happy one. You know what he said to me? Carol, you don't waste my time The moment I become rich, I sure happy one. A lot of people think like that. The moment I be rich, I will sure be happy one. Because the 98% I keep wanting to be the 2%. And yet the 2% people already show us, they don't pretend one. They show us that the true picture of this 2%. They are still very unhappy and angry. Many of them even more angry than the 98%. Those I know lah. But the problem is nobody pay attention on the ego side. We always keep looking externally. And nobody even talk about that. Okay, so I like to show you what the Buddha said about this. Okay, this one I extracted from Mo Leung Sao King, Infinite Life Sutta. Infinite Life Sutta. Okay, 無量壽經。世人共爭不及之無，於此劇惡極苦之中。Humans seize and fight over unimportant and trivial matters. Worldly gains lah. He's actually talking about worldly gains. Within this extremely rough, harsh, and painful environment, this is exactly what the Buddha said. I'm only doing the translation for you. This is what we are doing, isn't it? We are chasing in the extremely rough, harsh, and painful environment. They are 劇惡極苦, meaning they are within this extremely rough, harsh, and painful environment. Okay? 勤身凝無，累念積累，為心走時. Okay? 勤心凝無, they toil so hard with such weariness and turmoil. 累念積累. Okay? 為心走時, chasing after what the ego dictates. 世人善惡自不能知. They cannot differentiate between good and the evil, right and wrong. Their views are upside down, 顛倒相續. Okay? And they are never far-sighted, 心無遠慮. They chase after excitement, okay? Engrossed in fear and anger. 覺欲快意, they chase after enjoyment. And excitement, 迷於嗔掛, engrossed in fear and anger, 貪於財色, drowning themselves in wealth and material endlessly. This is what the Buddha said. 2,500 years ago, he already said this. We are like that. Okay? So don't blame yourself. It's normal. Alright? But there's not an excuse. That's why we suffer. That's why we suffer. Okay, so next.
What's the English sutta name?
Infinite Life Sutta, 無量壽經. Okay, yeah. 終不憂此死生之趣. Birth and death, good and evil, are never in their mind. True, isn't it? We chase until the 2%. These 2% people only think about that. 2%. Birth and death, good and evil, never in their mind. We never think about death, man. We think everything is so real. So real. Okay, the moment death, or maybe suddenly a doctor said, today you got cancer. Wow, the whole world collapsed. And then that time you ask yourself, what is real? Okay, cancer only, not death, When death comes, worse. Because death is the sure thing. Cancer may not be. But what about death? You still cannot run away. Right? So, okay, 終不憂此死生之趣，善惡之道都不信之. Here means birth and death, good and evil are never in their mind. 為無有時, okay, they think no such thing one, right? 更相沾視且自見之. What does it mean? They look upon and emulate each other and are ignorant that all of them are in great delusion. We all look at each other, we shock sendiri, we fight, we thought, he also like that, I also like that, we are normal. Correct ma? We thought ma, that's why 更相沾視. I mean, you look at me, I look at you lah. You like that, I also like that lah. You faster, I also faster lah. You grab also, I grab lah. You chase also, I chase lah. Because we are lying to, not ourselves only, we're lying other people and other people also lying to us. Because we also don't know what is happening. So this is what the Buddha said. Right? So at the end of the day, actually what the Buddha said, the real thing behind is the ego. Alright? The day you don't see the ego manipulating us, we are still very unhappy. Some people start to see this. Some people, they know chasing 1 to 5 is useless. So they will run to religious center, run to NGO, to become social worker, to do a lot of good deeds, which is actually very good. However, they are still unhappy. Why? The day you don't see the ego, no matter what you do, even when you're doing something very noble, like social work, like charity work, eventually, if the ego is ignored, is not addressed, inside that center, you still see people fighting. Correct or not? People fight who actually become better in the fundraising, who can bring back more money, then sit in the committee, who make decision, the power, things like that. The struggle is inside the center again. Correct or not? Some people, they realize they don't want to chase after this. But when they go to these very sacred and noble places, they thought they can find something there. But unfortunately, it's not. Again, the thing is not outside. It's not external. It is inside. It is the ego. Can you see the ego? Alright? So if we can eliminate the ego, everything is solved. Even in the harsh business, terrible world out there, you are okay. As long as your ego is addressed. Okay? So now, talking after 1 hour, we want to talk about solution. Correct? So I want to show you this slide. Because of past bully, we tend to feel small, feel hurt, and feel unhappy. So we demand respect and recognition, and we thought this is happiness. This is not happiness. This is quenching the thirst. The second noble truth, life is suffering. And the suffering is because we are very thirsty. Thirsty, tanha. Some people say desire, but the actual meaning is thirsty. We are thirsty for recognition, for security, for respect. That's why we keep demanding respect and recognition. So we thought by blowing up the ego through anger or the worldly pursuit so that I don't need to get angry anymore, this is the solution. They thought this is the solution. I can overcome all my past hurt, all my unhappiness. So then, even though succeeded in pursuits, but still very angry and unhappy. So the next question, everybody must go back and think, So is the pursuit that important? Okay? And we did not realize the way to beat anger and say sayonara to anger and to see happiness is by eradicating the ego, which is actually the concepts and the views that we have been holding so hard for so long. Okay? Again, remember the same thing that we learned in class 2 and 3, talking about how we eliminate the ego. Okay, maybe we do a quick revision on this. The real repentance. 罪由心起，將心懺. Bad karma arises from the mind, which is the concept and the view. Therefore, we have to contemplate on our views and mind. 心若滅是罪亦亡. If our views and our concepts are eliminated, all our bad karma shall vanish. Come until this part, we can actually talk about this anger already. Because we thought we want recognition, we want respect. That's why we chase after all this. And when we chase after all this, what do? We tend to hurt. Correct or not? Because you fight, you seize, you compete. So we tend to hurt. That's why we cause a lot of bad karma. It arises, why? It arises from this mind, this concept and views that I want respect, I want recognition, I want status, I want to be big. Therefore, we have to contemplate What is this respect? What is this recognition? What is this being big in the ego? What is this high status? We have to think about this. The Buddha said, you have to contemplate on this respect and recognition. What is it? Right? If our views and concepts are eliminated, if the wanting respect and recognition is eliminated, all our bad karma shall vanish. Means what? Because you see, we chase after all this with the view that I want people to respect me. Okay, if from now onwards I know respecting me, being recognized by the world is not important anymore. It's not important, right? You will never do it anymore. You will never chase after all this, right? And now the crux is, how can I make this respect and recognition not important? How do I make this come true? That one, you have to go inside. When people don't respect us that time, you see what is it. Is it so terrible? You have to break the concept. Break the concept. I want people to recognize me, to respect me. Okay. Go in there. When people don't respect you, you ask yourself, inside the environment, so important, this respect. Why must people respect me? Why must people look up to me? Again, is it so important? And when they don't respect me, so bad, man. So bad and so terrible until I have to spend my whole life chasing after all this, ignoring everything. Is this not being respected or being recognized by people around me? My children, my wife, my friends, my colleagues. They don't respect me. They don't see me. Is it so terrible? Actually, it's not, And when they respect me, when they put me onto the pedestal, do you know how much price I have to pay? Tough, man, to maintain and to have more. So when they respect me, so nice. When you chao san, when you step back and reposition during the like that, suddenly the not so like because we did not wake up. When you wake up from that dream in that environment of being praised, being complimented, you suddenly realize it's actually not great one. You feel very great, very nice. When people praise you, when people say you are good that time, it's because when you are not mindful, you're being swiped. Then you're put onto the pedestal, people ask you to do what? You better do. Your expectation, you yourself give yourself the expectation go up. And people tend to expect because they can rely on you. They can depend on you already. Even worse expectation. Make things more real. Remember first class and second class. You see? So that's why we have to break this concept, What is this respect and recognition so good, man? And when people don't give us that time, so bad, man. You go inside, nothing one. Okay? And then a lot of times you realize, these people, they don't give us respect. They don't give us recognition. Actually, they have the right. Okay? They have the right to do that. And a lot of times, when they do not give us, like our spouse don't respect us, children don't appreciate us, don't give us recognition. When all this happen, you must know, there can be few things happening. Number one, they themselves are in bad mood, possible. While when you're doing something very good piece of job, you expect people to appreciate or to recognize you. People just don't give you. Very likely, he or she are not in a good mood also. Number two, he or she are also very hurt inside. I also want recognition. You don't give me, someone want me to give you. You gave me, not husband and wife especially. Two also very hurt. I want you to recognize me. The other fellow also, I want you to recognize me. So who give you? So you expect the other side to give you. Because he or she are already very hurt inside as well. Correct or not? And then if we use our old school of thought, when we don't have this 1 to 5, people tend to look down on us. Sure lah, because this is the ego game. So when people don't respect us because we don't have all this, we must understand this is samsara. This is samsara. Okay? So we are in samsara. Samsara is a place where ego is a toy. It's a very interesting place that where ego is a toy. Samsara is a place whereby ego is a toy for all the dreamers. And we are the dreamers. We're dreaming now. We're dreaming. If you don't believe this, okay, you look at the world now. Even the Chinese saying, 人生十之八九係苦。That means 80 to 90% the time of samsara is suffering. And this is not Buddha says someone, no. This one is the 6,000 years of experience by the Chinese ancient wisdom. They already said that. Okay, you may not believe what they say, but you feel for yourself. Look at the people around us. How many of us are very happy one? Every day very happy, very relaxed, very joyful. It's hard to find now. They say 80-90% are already very conservative. I think now 95%. So hard to find people very jolly and happy from within one. Very difficult. That's why this is samsara. So samsara is the ego place whereby the dreamer are here to learn how to wake up. Okay? Learn how to wake up. So that's why when we chase after all this, is actually promoted by ego again, because we are in samsara. So when these people start to look down on us, because we don't have wealth, we don't have status, we don't have power, we are not so beautiful, we are quite mediocre in our ability, we don't have a very big, nice family. When they look down on us because of all this, it's very okay. Why? Because these are the games of the samsara. Chinese we call samsara the 1 year. 1 year. Head of this team is ego. Okay, the head of this team is ego. So because of this, you must understand where are you now. You are not in Pure Land, friend. You are in samsara. So whatever they promote you better be careful. Because samsara is opposite of Dharma, of the Pure Land, of the waking up. Here they want you to dream. Here you wake up. It's 180 degree. Or 180 degree. I'm not talking about 179. 180. Whatever the samsara promote, you don't go. You do the other opposite way, you are safe. Safe in terms of real happiness. I'm talking about real happiness. And then while doing that, you need to be very, very courageous. Because everybody, including the closest person sleeping next to you, will tell you this. Okay? So when we wake up, we are very lonely one. Because this is samsara. But you become very special. Because you are the pearl, the shining diamond in a drain. In a dark drain. You are the diamond inside. Because samsara is a place for dreamer. So when you wake up alone. Nobody will wake up together with you. Because this is the place promoting all this one. That's why you start to see a child very happy when they were young. Okay? Before 6 years old. Because no concept. No concept. But the moment they go to school, right? Teachers start to tell them values. You must become successful. You must be rich. You must make money. You must have status in life. You tend to mix with your friends. Everybody try to be beautiful. And then a teacher will also say, you must be capable. Right? And then finally, all your social friends will tell you must have a family so that you are not lonely. So all these are bombarded into us. So we thought they are real. Okay? Because this is samsara. So everybody will tend to say the same thing. But you look at the samsara. How many people are crying now? how many people are crying now, especially crying in silence? You don't look at the wayang one, a lot of wayang also. Okay, so that's why the Buddha said, your bad karma shall vanish. Means what, the moment after you wake up from this dream, you tend not to ask for recognition and respect anymore. I like to always repeat this because this is a very new concept. So everybody should grasp this. This is very important. Nobody seems to be talking on this. I really don't understand why. Maybe because this one is a little bit hard to grasp. Because you see, all our bad karma shall vanish. Why? If let's say we still want recognition, we still want respect, actually we are still subjecting to the view that ego is very important. But once we eliminate this, from now onwards, I know this respect, recognition is nothing. Actually, I'm okay with it, right? So then, from then onwards, you are not afraid the people don't respect you. You're not afraid really. You are not afraid people don't recognize you. And because of this, in future, even when you are born very lowly, you are born very poor, you are born not very beautiful, you are born very mediocre, you are very, very okay because you know this is not important anymore. The respect and recognition is not important anymore. And because of this, when you are born like that, do you still think this is bad karma? Because you are not afraid of being lowly. It's no longer a bad karma. Let's say if I'm born very mediocre, I'm not capable. If you have the concept of the ego, you feel very small. No, other people so successful. I'm not capable. But let's say if I eradicate this view that being capable can require this kind of recognition, this kind of respect. If I eliminate, I know this respect and recognition is empty. It's something I can do away with one. Actually, it's not terrible. So when the day I born another life, I'm very incapable as well. I think I'm okay. Why? Because this bad karma when hit me is no longer a bad karma because I'm not afraid of it. You get me, not? That means at this part, your bad karma shall vanish. Okay? So when both views and concept and bad karma are eliminated, they become empty. Okay? 心忘罪滅兩俱空. Okay, the word empty. What is empty? Emptiness. A lot of people say empty. This is empty. Empty is not nothing. Empty means what? Empty is not fixed. Up to you to define. Up to you to define. Like for example, some people say having 2 million is rich. Some people say having 2 million is poor. So this 2 million is empty. It's a concept. It's empty because it's up to you how you decipher only. It's not fixed. Okay? Means when you see something, you say this is bad karma. But I will find it, this is not bad karma. This is actually good karma. So this incident, this karma is bad or good. It's really up to you how you see it. That's why this karma is called empty. Not fixed. Not fixed. Many years back, about 20 years back, I think, I went into business. I was still very ambitious that time. But then the business failed and I lost a lot of money. To a lot of people, this is bad karma. But to me, when I look back, that experience was really good. Without that experience, I cannot be contented with what I have now. So I would think that experience was really a good karma. If ever I'm given another choice to come all over again, I will meet that experience again. You see? So it depends on how you see it. If you see from a different perspective, and then it will be a good karma. But if somebody see it, as a bad karma, then it will be bad. So this incident of losing money in the business is a concept. It's empty. It's up to you to define all your past experiences, whether they are good or bad karma. So that's why when you can eradicate the mind and both views and concepts are eliminated, That means these views and concept is the ego, and the karma is all the bad things that can happen to us are eliminated. Because my ego no more already, and the bad karma suddenly vanish because I don't think this is bad anymore. So they become empty. They are empty. Okay? And then finally, this is the ultimate meaning of repentance. Why? Because from now onwards, I am not afraid of not being recognized, not being respected. Because of that, I don't fight for all this. I don't do bad karma because I don't believe in it anymore. I don't believe in chasing this 1 to 5 anymore. You get me not? That's why this is really ultimate repentance. 真懺悔. A lot of people repent. I am not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to scold the person anymore. You see, again, remember earlier on, we got very angry because people don't respect me. So I want to show people I am respectable. So I get angry. So you're scared of me. But now, because I'm not afraid of you don't respect me, so I don't have to shout already. I don't have to speak loudly already. I don't have to scold already. Correct? That's why it's real repentance. I don't do it not because you don't do it, no, it's bad karma. It's not this concept anymore. I don't do it because I don't believe in fighting to get this kind of recognition, this kind of respect. I don't believe in it really. Because I understand this respect and recognition is not real. Because why I know it's not real? I purposely go inside the environment, not being respected. I realize it's not so terrible. And I go inside the environment when I'm being respected. I realize it's not so nice as I thought. Because when I'm inside that environment, respected or not respected that time, I step back and reposition. When you step back and reposition, you see the true meaning of that environment actually is empty one. Because you go back to the place when you're very hurt that time, you go back in there, you start to wake up, Actually, all this hurt is not real. Because we are finding it very real, because we are very deluded. We are reacting to our emotion. And we exaggerate the emotion, we make it so real. But when you go back there, whatever fear you have, you go back there, you start to reposition. Reposition. And you look again, actually that thing is not so fearful as what you thought, and it's not so beautiful as what you thought as well. Okay? So that means when all we need to do is to break the concept, going back to that same place, the same environment, when people scold you or when people disrespect you, you go back there. You feel, must step back and reposition. If you do not step back and reposition, you feel very angry one. Okay, but when you step back and reposition, you see actually this not being respected, actually nothing. It was all our mind make real only. Okay, so because of this, all this will stop all our wild goose chasing whole life, that lead us only to broken relationship, a bad health, sickness, depression. This one help a lot, by just have a mental shift of what we thought. It's very interesting, it's very challenging, and it's very doable. And some more, it's all at mental level. How fast you want to wake up is really up to you. It can be immediate. It can take some time. But the waking up is very important. The moment you wake up really, a lot of things is addressed. A lot of things. This one is only respect and recognition. There are so many other things. Like your fear, like your guilt, like sadness. All these are how we break all the 4 emotions. Goodbye, fear, sayonara, anger. All this goodbye, guilt and sadness are all we use the concept. You just change your concept how you see things only. Because the Buddha already said, all is mind. The scientists also have proven that all is mind. Yeah, that's why everything can be addressed. You look at the Noble Eightfold Path. The peak there is what? Right view. Right view is what? Right view means everything is empty. It's not real. We make it real only. What is the right view? Including our own ego. Huh? So until here, you want to ask anything?
Okay, good morning. Okay, actually I can say that people who chasing for just now the 5 element, instead I can say that motivated.
Motivated.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because of we want something more, we will do more, we motivate.
Uh-huh.
Like for me now, I'm a bit confused. Like if let's say I accept the repentant concept, can it create the tidak apa concept? That means like nothing to do lah. Sin no problem. So this is now I feel maybe tidak apa concept is good lah.
Okay. You're very good lah. This question actually is advertisement for me. So you have to come for the next class. This is called the Kong Bu Kong. I just simply explain only lah. The next class we're talking about is actually the 不二法门. 不二法门 actually is like that. This one, the 5 is actually here. You have to chase after, correct now? So now suddenly you hear all this, suddenly you say, empty. You're telling me everything is empty. Don't chase after, right? Don't chase after. So the final ultimate, the Buddha said, 第一谛, this concept is the final paramount ultimate concept of all suttas. All suttas that the Buddha preached is this one. Okay? Kong Bu Kong. We also call it 不二法门. Okay? This one is really for bodhisattva. That means what, you know? You come here, right? This is empty. So you're so scared. You like that. That means nothing already, no more. Okay? The Buddha said, actually, this part is to break your stubbornly attached to all this. Right? So that's why this empty is to break this. This one tell you to empty the thing first. When you empty that time, you realize this empty is actually okay one. Right? You say okay one. But like what you say, then I do what? Okay. Because life still go on I still live life I'm already in this dream I'm already here How? Then you do like that. This is Kong Bu Kong. Means you're at the middle way. You know, Kong Bu Kong, the direct translation is actually non-emptying the empty. Difficult to understand. Non-emptying the empty. Okay, this is actually the Kong Bu Kong, but in short, in English, you call it the middle way. The Buddha said the middle way. You get me not? So eventually you have to come back here. Middle way. This one we talk next lesson. You're very advanced. At least you know what I'm going to talk next already. Okay. So this Kong Bu Kong and 不二法门 is actually the ultimate destination of what the Buddha preached under the Mahayana for all the bodhisattvas. That's why the bodhisattvas, when they are cultivated, they are not, don't do anything, no such thing. The one don't do anything very much for the arahat. Arahat, they go to the monastery, they give up everything. This one like what you say, right? So you don't do anything, you become an arahat, then you enter emptiness. This one is putujanas. This one is the arahat. This one is the bodhisattva. Why? This one because bodhisattva still live life. They still come back here, live life, and help to wake everybody up. That's all. See what path you want. Okay? Because I feel that every one of us here is householder. Maybe this path is more suitable for everyone. It's not easy to throw away everything and then go inside the monastery and become a monk or a nun. But doesn't mean that you have no chance of practice. You know, you can still choose the path of a bodhisattva. A bodhisattva is very, very powerful. You know, can still live life, can still have all the thing that you want to enjoy, but by the time when you are a bodhisattva, you find all this enjoyment is okay lah, I can enjoy, but you don't give me, I also can, like that lah.
Actually, before I attend your class, I got one anger suddenly came out.
Okay.
Okay, in a new business, that means I also is a business partner, but I try to as low profile as possible. That's what I learned from here.
Okay.
But one sales girl, he talked very big with the other partner. For me, it's fine. But I'm a very technical person about the machinery. So I called this sales girl. This sales girl treat me like nobody lah. For me, it's fine also.
Okay.
But I need about technical thing. This sales girl totally see me like nobody.
Oh, you say.
For me, is I not anger over there. I need the answer to solve my problem. But until now, I still angry. I also don't know how to. For me, for me, he treat me nobody, no problem. But I feel that he dragged my job. Without the answer from her, I cannot do my job.
Okay. So she didn't give you the answer?
No. He feel me I'm nobody. So I anger because of I need the answer to complete my job.
Correct.
I anger. Is that my anger is wrong? I also not very confused. I also don't know what I'm talking.
This one, to answer this one, you have used this one, the last chapter 7. Remember the bottleneck is here now. Okay, this sales girl see you transparent. Okay, bottleneck. So once the bottleneck is out, this is the good time you practice the Dharma. Right? You tear. Tearing is another skill, very important skill. They are all together 4 skills under 5 PAT we must use one. With this 4 skill, you wake up. Okay, this one we will share later. Tearing is one of them. You tear between issue and the emotion. They are 2 different things. Sometimes when we get angry, because the sales girl like that to me, we thought, we are together. My emotion and the issue is together. So when you solve the issue, you cannot solve one because you are angry. Correct? Not? Okay, now you check. This anger comes out. Now you got 2 things, One is this girl, the issue. This issue you can solve if you can solve this emotion. Your anger is the one that blocks us. Okay, next thing I ask you, why are you angry? Don't point outside.
Yeah, because if let's say they don't give me the answer about the machinery or what they think
outside already.
This one outside already. Okay.
Outside is issue.
Yeah. So if let's say they don't give me the answer, how are you going to solve my R&D this thing?
Again outside. See?
Okay.
Outside, still outside.
So now I anger because of that portion, not that emotional portion, no?
That's why I asked you to tear.
Okay.
This issue make you angry. Okay? So I ask you why you angry, you keep pointing as this issue. But you cannot go inward. I want you to go inward. Okay? Let me try a little bit. Okay? Because you know why? You are angry because you are not respected. Not because of this girl. This girl is issue. And this one is outside. Outside means nothing to do with you one. Because she like that lor. Because the issue don't give me, I cannot solve my problem lor. Because this girl very rude lor, don't see me lor. All this outside. Why do you need to get angry? She very sway only ma. Why do you want to get angry? Not because of her, no. Because of your past hurt. Because I'm not respected. Okay? So these are not respected. Why do you feel not respected and you got angry? Because you feel the bully, the inferiority complex. I want people to respect me. Okay? So this part, okay, you know you are angry because you don't have recognition. And you find recognition, being respected, ask you something, you must quickly answer me, is very important. That's why I got angry. Correct? So this one, not respected, is because of inferiority complex that is inside our concept. You cannot treat me like that one. Correct? Okay? So this thing, actually the one poke you, the anger, is your ego. Okay? So now I ask you, who is the culprit that really hurt you? It's ego, no. Nothing to do with this girl, no. This girl happened to come here and instigate only. If, let's say, I'm a recovered person, okay? When the girl come and approach me, okay, she's like that, I ask things from her, she refused to answer me and think I'm nobody. Actually, I'm also one of the bosses, right? So I will say, wow, this girl, very high and low, wow, very terrible. That's all. I don't have to get angry one. Wow, this is okay? So when you don't have anger, solve the issue. So I will tell her, I don't know lah, maybe in a way I let her know I'm one of the bosses, or I get another technical, or I get my boss to talk to her. Then you won't have the anger, you solve the issue lah. The issue is how to get the girl to give you the information. Not to let her know that I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. Correct. That's good. But now the anger is there. You are good enough to not to make the anger into action to let you know, no, I'm the boss. At least you don't go to that extent. But your anger is still inside. So your anger, that one poke you is the ego, no. It's not the girl, no. If I'm a recovered person, she very no manners only what. She very high and low. She see boss smile. She see low people, she step. Like that lah. This person is like that lah. And you know how many this type of person around the world? If I want to get angry with her, you know how many times I need to get angry with the world. So I cut. This one is external. External is issue. Okay, but internally, actually, the anger I can choose not to get angry one. But I choose to get angry because my ego tell me I'm not respected.
I calculate that not my ego. Now I feel that because the girl no give me answer, I need to sit down, search online to get my own answer. Waste my time. Yeah, but actually now my anger because of he cost me more extra time to do.
You see, it's really our. I cannot blame you one.
Yeah.
It's really the world habit to anything your anger you say is outside. You get me not? Because the moment you say it's outside already, I ask you how many times I want to get angry because this type of people so many in the world. So many this type of terrible people in the world. Every time I deal with something, this fella don't cooperate with me, I gotta get angry already. Because this person caused me But I know I'm very cruel to myself, every time I got to get angry with these nonsensical people. So I cut, I tear. Like that lah. So now you look at your anger, don't point outside, point inside. You try to tear because I want to address my emotion. Right? And what is this emotion? This emotion actually my inferiority complex inside me, which everybody has, tells me that I am not respected. And I cannot get things done because this girl like that. Okay, but because she never follow what I say. I'm not respected because she talked very nicely to my boss but didn't talk very nicely to me. She didn't follow my instruction because she never gave me what I wanted. Okay, these two things make my ego comes up that I want to get angry. My ego hit me. That's why the Buddha said, keep seeing this so that you know it's actually the I is the culprit who poked us, actually killed us. It's the I, Okay, then come back to the issue. How? Okay, when my anger subsides, when I know this anger is redundant one, because my ego created it only. So when I stop my anger already, then only you cross over and solve your issue. The time what you want to do, you use your mind to think. Either I, talk to my boss, ask my boss to get, or I use another way to handle the thing lah.
Because I also don't want to take reject. So now my another behavior came out. Every day do my own. Now I afraid to ask people. I share my feeling.
Okay.
Nowadays I feel that I scared to ask people to help me to do things. It came out because like that. Actually, the thing information I ask the girl, I can Google. But if let's say I Google my own, I need my time lah.
Not fair You shouldn't Google your own.
Yeah, so this is what now make me become another creator came out. Better do all my own, no?
Okay, no, like that. Like that, you will dislike yourself one. You're not doing your part. Because this is her job. And this is I am the customer, you are a supplier. You are supposed to give it to me. Okay?
Yeah.
But take away my anger, I will talk to her very directly. Right? So if you don't give me the information, I'm not going to buy from you. That's it, full stop. I don't have anger, make sure I don't have anger, but I talk to you like computer, you know. Computer, when you key in things, salah, like that. So now you key in thing, you don't give me a like that.
So because I also don't want to tell the other partner after that, feel that I also, how to say, I also don't want to create like I took reject or this sort of thing.
Oh, because you don't dare to confront the thing, ma. If you dare to confront the thing, there's nothing to took reject. I'm telling you, you don't give me, I'm not buying. My boss say yes also, I'm saying no.
Oh, that means do that I need to show my power already, lah.
Yeah, you don't have anger lah. Make sure don't have anger. I'm showing my power. It's just like computer, you cannot go through. How? You cannot go through lah. I'm a computer. I cannot. I don't accept you. I don't buy your things because no information one. So terrible. Like that. If she really, really want to do it openly, then you have to step still because you have the same, because you are a technical person. Correct? Like that lah. So issue actually very easy one. But the anger, the emotion, because of this emotion, make you don't know go where, and you don't want to hurt people, see. It doesn't mean that we so afraid of hurting others because we are very involved in the emotion. Because the moment when you are very emotional, the moment you say something, you show very harsh one. Because you're very emotional. So you don't dare, you hold back. And then after that, you suffer. I'm not telling you to save her, no. I'm telling you to save ourselves, You know why? Because so many these type of bad people around already.
During on the spot, how we can process so many things.
How you process? Actually, this one very useful.
Yes, I know, it's very useful.
Office lah, all the bottleneck lah, at home lah, dealing with anybody lah. Actually, you practice this one helps a lot. That's why at the end you don't get angry one. You just come lah and then go. Come lah, go. You're like a computer, But it's not that you are cold because you know how to tear away from your emotion.
But actually, this one, if you can master the skill, a lot of things, the arrow shoot, immediately you know how to tear. A lot of arrow cannot touch you one,
You see, a lot of times we are here. Now this is you, Okay? And this is the girl. Okay? Very disrespectful girl. Okay? She actually shoot the arrow to your ego. Your ego shoot you. Ask you to shoot back. Like that one. You thought she shoot you, no? You thought she shoot you direct. We always thought like that. Actually, it's not true. It's this one, this arrow come to the ego. The ego say, wow, he home respect. Like that lah. So that's why now the question is, shoot lah. If my ego eradicated, flat. Okay? There's nothing to shoot. Because it's empty already. So nothing, then I don't get angry one. My ego cannot shoot me. So you shoot lah. Then whatever I deal with you only at the issue level.
This is the problem. All the marketing technique is say that emotional buying, so we need to promote emotional buying. You say emotional marketing, because people buying because of emotional.
Serious, true. A lot of people buying things because they are very emotional. That's why I do marketing. I play emotional very fast one.
Yes.
Because the ego keep poking you, ask you to go and do it. If you're very sober, nobody buy anything already. This part very interesting. This is one of the skill under 5 PAT, tearing. Beside step back and reposition, the next one is tearing. Okay, then we have Ogmi. We have 4 lah. One is step back and reposition. One is tearing. One is Ogmi 3 and 5. Another one is vow and motto. All mental level. Put Buddhism into daily practice.
So Sister Carol, can I share one now and then we try to
tear? Can. Anything also can tear.
Okay. Actually, we're going to organize one camp, so we have to look for a resort. Then I'm asking them to quote us on the quotation so that we're going to do comparison. When I ask them for the quotation, They take another 1 week or 2 weeks after I chasing. So they give me. So this time was still, but the total amount is wrong. I'm still chasing them for the correct one because I also want to try my patient. They also take another week to reply me and to do the correction. So I was very patient waiting for that thing. Nobody call me at all. All the while I'm the one who give them a call. Finalized, we're going to have it at another resort. I just want to try and see what they said. So I just called the girl, are you going to give me the correct quotation or not? She said, my admin haven't give you. I said, no, law. But you are the sales manager, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken? She said, yes. But I don't do the administration work. I will inform him. Like that, So then I pay tahan already. I told her. I told her politely lah. I told her politely. I said, I don't know how you can get your position as a sales manager. Okay? And I don't know how you're going to control your administrator. Okay? But don't you think you yourself have to upgrade yourself?
Okay, what is your question now?
My question is that is the problem is at the lady or at ourselves here?
Okay, in the whole situation, in the whole scenario, what emotion you saw? First thing you ask yourself first. Okay, 5 PAT, very easy. The first thing you want to do, check the 4 emotion.
Yes.
What emotion you have?
I have that first thing in my mind. I said, I have that type of revenge. You don't answer to me, I make sure I want. And that is my first thing I told myself. Why are you doing this? What do you want to prove? So I asked myself, I said, I'm taking revenge on her. I am the customer now. I insist you to come back to me. That's one thing. Second thing I told myself is that, no, I'm learning Dharma. Dharma always tells us to share. So I want to share my I don't know what lah. I said, you should change yourself.
Actually, the whole thing, you didn't do anything wrong except the emotion. You can do it on. You can actually, nobody say, because you are Buddhist, we cannot say people. No, you can. But what is your intonation? You are saying the right thing actually. They are not doing their job. So what you do is that you tear this one first. Okay, if you see anger, you have to address already. Means what?
Yeah, that's why I control my anger. When I talk to her also, I use a very smooth tone, not my anger tone.
Because the moment you see anger, you know this anger is your own ego created one. Same thing, because she never respected me. She not doing her job. So if you take away the anger, actually what you talk to her is not wrong. Actually, as a bodhisattva, it's not like, you only say good things, you don't say bad. Not like that one. A bodhisattva, very interesting one. You're wrong, I will tell you are wrong. I would tell her, if I were you, I would chase issue what to do. I need the quotation. Okay, I chase. But I won't get angry because so many these are people. Get angry, I hurt myself. I won't want. So I chase. Every day I put inside my diary, I call, chase. So finally when I got it, I find that they're no good. I will tell her, I think there's something not very right on your side. You have to change. Or else how to become a sales manager? I don't think you're very responsible. Say lah. I'm not saying you cannot say no, but in a very nice way. Depends on your intonation.
Yeah. That's why your tone. I'm playing with my tone now.
Correct. Your intention of wanting to revenge, the tone should bad one. Correct or not? Because the intention of wanting to revenge is ego. I want you to see, I know you are bad, I know you are wrong, I know you make mistake, that one is your ego. Alright? So if without ego, you can talk same thing, but it's just that the intonation different one. You still handle issue like we used to be, minus all the emotion. You get me or not?
I get
like
you,
that.
that's why I'm trying.
You get so that's why actually a lot of times the one make havoc one is the ego. Or else life, a lot of things whatever you say, I just answer you lah. There are few tactics you can use in Buddhism in our daily life. Because Buddhism is basically way of life. It's not a religion. It is something you can use offhand all the time. And if you can use it like that, so skillful, I tell you, there's no problem. You have no more emotion really. You see? So that's why remember the middle way. You cannot enter into the Kong. When you enter into the Kong, you cannot deal with people. You cannot deal with people. You still have to come back to the middle way. Then you become very diplomatic. A lot of joy one. Because you don't have guilt. Because you are doing everything in the middle. You see not? But you have to be very skillful. That's why the skill is the application. So it's very interesting. Actually, you go back and listen to the first disc, the last track. That one we purposely insert this skill inside. Because after that, I find a lot of people really cannot tear, Ego, we cannot accept, What do you mean by me? What do you mean by inferior? But that is our hurt is there, Actually, it's not only one person. Everyone, all human also like that one. So maybe you listen to this are interesting. Did I show you about the balloon? This one, there, you don't go and destroy ego, no. You can never destroy ego. Because ego is inflated by concepts. Okay? All the I shouldn't, I should, all the belongs, all the view, all the character, especially perception. Okay, you listen to this perception, whether you are part of it or not. High is superior. Wrong is lousy. Anger is power. Not helping is cruel. Control is progress. Rich is fearless. Relax is lazy. All these concepts very sneaky. All these are wrong. So sorry to tell you, all these are wrong. Okay? So all these if you poke, all burst, then your ego die. So you don't kill here, no. You look at, that's why the phrase say, 最有心氣將心歎. These are your 心. These are your 心 means your views and your concept. You poke all these, your eye will drop. So we don't go and kill the ego. You can no way kill the ego one because it's all hung by all the concept. Okay, long. Okay, so I see you guys next month. Sadhu, sadhu.